Namaste YouTube, welcome to Cafe Noma and welcome to our reaction to Linkin Park. We are going to react to the song Crawling, and this is our first time single take honest reaction to Crawling by Linkin Park. Let's listen to it and see how it is.
It's going to be a pure, raw, authentic, genuine, single take, spontaneous, impromptu reaction by both of us. Crawling. Sounds very familiar. I may have heard the song, so it's going to be. You haven't heard it either.
No, I haven't.
Okay, so we may not have heard this song before. We have heard of quite a few Linkin Park songs.
Yeah. Numb
Uh,
was nice.
yeah, we've heard. I think I've heard around 7
Yeah, me
to
too.
10
Yes, like half a dozen.
songs. So I'm not sure if I've heard this. Either ways, let's have a look, listen, and see what the lyrics are all about. Let's get started.
That pulls beneath the surface, consuming, confusing. This lack of self-control I fear is never ending, controlling. I can't seem to find myself again. My walls are closing in.
Not a sense of confidence. I'm convinced that there's just too much pressure to take.
I felt this way before, so insecure. Crawling in my skin. These wounds, they will not heal. Fear is how I fall. Confusing what is real. Discomfort endlessly has pulled itself upon me, distracting, reacting. Against my will I stand beside my own reflection. It's haunting how I can't seem to find myself again. My walls are closing in.
Not a sense of confidence. I'm convinced that there's just too much pressure to take.
I felt this way before, so insecure.
Wow.
Another Linkin Park song that runs so deep. Oh, wow. What are your initial thoughts, Kirti?
I think they made a lot of psychological songs or something pertaining to problems of the youth of today, and especially those which were individually suffered by people, by a lot of young people. They tried touching upon that, and the increase in the number of all these songs is a reflection of what the society is actually going through, what the youth are actually facing. If you see the evolution of rock music itself, from it started from relationship songs, romantic songs, songs about your partner, songs about your crush, about the lady you like, and the trees and the wind and things like that, to war songs, Vietnam War and things like that, then social justice and injustice songs, to group songs when you're talking about group of people, community of people, then coming to individual problems. That shows the evolution of human being as well, because rock music is something they try to keep relevant to the where they can connect with the listener, because it's always going to be the guitar and the drums and a vocalist, so there is not going to be something new when they make something new. But what will be new is their lyrics. They are always about the lyrics, something that connects directly to the people, and that's what rock music was all about. And when Linkin Park was making this, it was all about youth facing a lot of problems on all fronts, whether it was depression, whether it was schizophrenia, whether it was uneasiness inside, being self-esteem being low, self-confidence being low, and things like that. So this is another that kind of a song where he is disturbed inside so much. You listen to the song and you feel disturbed while listening to it. And I commend Linkin Park for that, for getting that kind of expressive emotion out of the song.
Yeah, fear is how I fall, confusing what is real. Crawling in my skin, these wounds, they will not heal. Something deep, something really deep in these 4 lines, these main 4 lines of the song. And it was repeated around about 4 to 6 times, I think, these 4 lines. Essentially talking about what's going on inside of him. Crawling in my skin, suggesting that possibly something's going on inside his body, inside his mind maybe, but also he's feeling the symptoms, the signs of it inside his body, maybe in his veins, maybe in his blood, underneath his skin. He's feeling something is crawling, something creepy, something's about to happen, something's about to give. He's feeling it, and there's a lot of fear. There's a lot of fear that something bad is going to happen. Perhaps he's going to faint, he's going to fall, he's going to die, he's going to do something silly, confusing him about what is real. And then he's saying, he continues, that there's something deep inside of me that pulls me. It's literally like you're in that swimming pool or in your water, and a big shark comes from below, or you're deep in the water, and big shark or big fish comes and starts pulling you down, pulling you into the the deep. So that is exactly how he words the lyrics. The band rather words the lyrics. That he's consumed by those thoughts. He's consumed. He's confused. He's in fear. He's in a state of confusion, panic. A lot of things happening. And of course, when you have all this going on inside your mind, it's very difficult to sleep. It's very difficult to do your daily things, right from taking a bath, brushing your teeth, having a proper breakfast. It's very, very difficult. I have seen as a psychotherapist, it's very, very difficult for clients who have symptoms like these to actually do their everyday task. It becomes a Herculean task for them to even wake up, get out of bed. Getting out of bed itself is one of the most difficult things for someone like that. And a problem starts actually the moment they are in bed, actually closing the eyes and getting some sleep, peaceful sleep. That is one of the biggest problems. So I'm assuming even this character in this song has a similar, maybe having big trouble with sleep, possibly insomnia, possibly worse, because it combines with some other disorders, whether it's personality or mental, and it plays havoc with your emotions, with your thoughts. And that's why suicides happen. Many suicides, many people who are addicts, they just want to start again. Even if they've given up, they've taken a break. In this kind of episode, what is described in the song, they just want to do something, just to get their mind off that. And that's where friendship plays a vital role, meditation plays an even more vital role, because a friend may not be at your beck and call. A loved one might be there at home, a partner, a spouse, a kid, they might be there, and if they are awake, if they know what's happening, you discuss it with them, they'll be there. But more important is meditation, and I always say that not just to clients, but to anyone I get an opportunity to talk about such things. Meditation is the best medicine. If you have things going on like that inside of you, don't wait to do something stupid. Don't wait to do something crazy. Start meditation. It's difficult. It's difficult. It won't be easy. But believe me, once you start it and you start focusing on just the darkness, the blank slate in your mind, takes some time to get there, but just stick to it. Stick to it. Just start with deep breathing. Start with deep breathing. Start with just closing your eyes and daydreaming if you must. But just lay down or sit still in a quiet, silent place on your own. Just do it, do it, do it. And the more you do it, the more you will start enjoying it. The more you'll realize it's actually helping you clear your mind. It's actually helping you clear all the burdens, all those things that may have collected for years and years and years. What many people who are going through such states don't realize is these things, this what's pulling you down, what's pulling you beneath the surface, what's crawling inside of you, what's giving you those, yucky kind of feelings and thoughts. It's something that is collected from years. Maybe your childhood years, which you may not remember in the conscious state. In the conscious state, you may not remember it. So most people who are going through such things don't even realize that it's tied up to some childhood event or memory. You don't realize it because the conscious state is not there. Most of us are using just about 10% of our mind or less. So we don't really know what all is going on inside. The rest is our subconscious, little bit of our unconscious. We don't know what's going on. And that is what is causing all these symptoms. What do you have to say about it? Anything about the music, singing, or anything else?
I like the way it was sung. I like the way it's not something new. You do get that kind of passionate singing, loud, clear, very, very, pouring out with passion the way it was sung here. I like the music playing in the tone, in the right mood with the song. And when you're suffering from something like this, when you feel you're being consumed, when you feel you're sinking in, when you feel confused, nothing seems to be real, what is fake, you can't even make out. Is it something crawling below my skin, or am I just imagining it? You don't even know if it is real or unreal. The first thing to do, please take help, and that too from a psychiatrist. There is no harm in saving your life. There is no shame in saving your own life, because in states like that, in a moment like that, when a fit is that severe, you don't know if you can control that situation. So please trust somebody who is qualified to do that. And there is medication for it. There is absolute cure for certain symptoms, certain disorders. You can get cured and you will be living a normal life where you won't be even, you won't even remember this happened to me. Oh, I felt that way. You won't even bother about it, because it can go if you only tap into it at the right time and take help at the right time. Depending on yourself, when your judgment is so shaky, how can you help yourself? You're not in a situation to think rationally. You have to immediately take help from a professional, and that too, I would suggest a psychiatrist.
Lack of self-control is a major problem in a human being's life. Here we are seeing clear-cut symptoms of something quite deep,
major.
Something major that's going on with this individual who's being portrayed in the lyrics of this song. But if you see most of us today, most human beings, there is some kind of suffocation, some kind of irritation, some kind of frustration, and even anger when we lack control over our lives. Little things, lack control over our surroundings, that is almost impossible. So, these are major problems. What Linkin Park has addressed so beautifully. This is much deeper, but all of us at some time or the other, we have that, we feel we are losing control. We feel we don't have control in the first place, and that can cause a lot of problems. So, my suggestion, like Kirti, is definitely get help. But if you can't, or if you're in a place where you just feel you may not get to the professional on time, because most psychiatrists, psychotherapists, counselors, mental health counselors will not be available at your beck and call. So, meditation is always there. It's free. Start with deep breathing. Start with just relaxing your nerves by closing your eyes, daydreaming, thinking about something that makes you happy, and make a list of it. If you don't know what makes you happy, what makes you feel good, make a list of those things, because that list is something that's really, really important at times like these. That's it for this one. Goodbye.